Hello guys, welcome to Ralph Johnson Photography, and today we're going to talk about lenses. Yes, that's right guys, we're going to talk about lenses today. I have a bunch of different lenses here, so I'll just get into it real quick. We're going to start with the cheaper stuff. Okay, right here. This is for pretty much anybody that wants to get into photography and don't quite know what they want yet. Okay, and you know, the amateur photographer will do fantastic with these lenses and stuff like that, and they come with a wide variety. I have a 40 millimeter here, a 24 that I'm actually filming with right now, so you can see the quality of these lenses. An 18 to 55, a 55 to 250. Now, these lenses are not 100% the best quality. They do have a little bit of issues, and you got to fine tune them as far as to your needs. They don't have any controls on them themselves, and they're plastic. I mean, all this stuff is plastic, so it's not the best quality. Now, we're going to talk about these here in a minute, about these compared to these. So I'm just going to introduce these now. This is the L series line of Canon. Now, what I'm talking about can be used with Canon, Nikon, Sony, Pentax, Olympus. Insert camera brand name here. It can be talked about with any of them. Okay? This is the more expensive glass. And they always come with a lens hood, all of them. They have metal bodies on them all. I mean, stuff like that. And what I have right here is pretty much the same thing that I'm getting out of these two lenses right here. Okay, I have a 16 to 35, a 24 to 70, and a 70 to 200. These three lenses are probably 99.9% of everything that you will shoot ever. Okay, if you can't get it with the 70 to 200, well then, guess what? Walk and get closer, unless it's up in a tree or something where you absolutely need, you know, to get that eagle shot. I mean, they got Sigma lenses that go up to 600 millimeters. Canon's got lenses that go up to 1200 millimeters. But all I'm saying is that these three lenses right here, all that you really need. And all of these are metal bodies. These are meant to have used daily. These are professional glass and everything. The L series is the creme de la creme of photography glass. Now compared to these, do you notice a big difference? Yes, you do. But now if you're just starting out, these lenses are perfectly fine. The reason why? They're cheap. They're inexpensive at all. I mean, this lens right here cost me $125. The Nifty 50 cost right around the same price. The 24 that I'm on right now, the 24 millimeter that I'm shooting with right now, $199 I think. I mean, you're not going to pay over $600, okay? Now with all of these, they get into that $1,000 range. The latest version of this one, which I think is right at $2,400, maybe less, but not by much. My point is this, okay? You notice the difference in quality and everything with these lenses than these lenses. And I mean, there's night and day difference and stuff like that. The 16 to 35, all of these are f2.8 also. These are variable aperture except for that one. These here are variable aperture. So you're like, well, I can't afford this much. I completely understand that, okay? And no one's saying that you have to spend this much on it. But if you want expensive, good quality glass that's going to last you forever and ever and ever and ever, where you will probably never have to buy another lens again, right here, okay? Now there are all alternatives to this that work probably just as good, okay? And I have a Sigma 1.4 art lens here, I think. Let's see, is that what this one is? This is a Sigma 50 millimeter 1.4. This lens is really good, okay? Matter of fact, it's a prime lens, like this one, but it's made with so much better glass and everything than that, and it's a very decently priced lens for what it is. If you get a Canon 50 millimeter 1.4, it's looking about, I think, $1,200. I'm not sure. I don't know the price exactly. But if you get one of these, they're significantly less because it's a third-party offering. Now these are just about as good as these. I would put these right here. I mean, just right at the edge. Right here. They're just, I mean, it's pretty much just like that. These are over here and stuff like that. And then I have a Tamron, which again is just as good as quality as them. And I put them right there at a little bit cheaper price point. So these third-party options are a good deal. A very good deal, actually. But if you want to stay with Canon or Nikon or Sony or whatever brand name you have here, well then they have their glass too. These right here are a good alternative. Now we're going to get into this one, which I'm just going to set these off to the side. Okay, this right here is a cinema lens. The cinema lens and stuff like that, they come in two different styles, a zoom and a prime. I have a prime in my hand right here. And you're probably wondering, why is this thing so honkingly huge? Well, there's a couple reasons for this, okay? This is a 85 prime. They have a 50 and a 24, I think, also in this setup that they have. All the lenses are the exact same size. And the throw on these for focusing is really long. I mean, it's a really long throw. And then also you have your aperture blades back here too. So, I mean, this is to control your blades in back, just like that. And then your focus is way up there too. So, why is this so big though, right? Well, the reason why is because they made everything uniform to the same exact size. So when you're putting rails and stuff on your cameras and stuff, and using a follow focus or anything to control this, you can just move that aside, switch lens, put it back in, don't have to move nothing. Okay? That's the deal with cinema glass. This is the best that Canon makes. It is better than this. It is way better than that. Okay? And to give you an idea, I'm going to put this lens on my camera to show you how it looks in a minute. But it would be in this realm of the Canon line up here. Okay? Here's your cheap glass. Here's your L series. And then here's your cinema glass. This is the best that you can get, period. This is $4,000 by itself. There is no L series lens, unless you're probably getting into the 1200 millimeter range, that costs $4,000. So, just like there's no cheap glass that costs $1,000. Hell, I think you can probably get most of it for under $750. So, my point is this though, okay? With this, you can get good quality. I've done tons of stuff with these lenses with that. This will give you a little bit better. And this will give you the best. And where these come in is if you don't want to spend the prices of this. If you don't want to spend the prices of this, you're not going to get this. But this is a really good lens. And I'll show you that here in a moment. Okay, as you guys see, I have that 50 millimeter on my Canon T3i right now. And it's focused in right on here. And I mean, if I move this back this far, it's out of focus. If I move it up here, it's out of focus. I'll put it about where I think it was and everything. And that's just how good this is. I mean, look at the clarity of this image right here. And, I mean, zoom in on it all you want. It's a 1080p image, but, I mean, because that's what the camera shoots. But this is the best that you can absolutely get. The optics are fantastic. There's no other thing like this in, you know, the realm of high-end stuff. If you want something like this, well then great. The other lenses though, well, they're fantastic too, and I'll show you them here also. This is at 24-70 that I have on there and everything from the Canon L series lens. This is a 16-35 f2.8. This is an f2.8 also, and this is an f2.8. So they're all fixed variables, and what that means is pretty much through the entire spectrum of the 7200, you know, being all the way from one end to the other end is going to be a 2.8 aperture. And that's an important thing to have, because if not, well, then you have to adjust everything else in the cheaper lenses. So, yeah, this is what this one looks like. So, I mean, as you see, it's a good quality image. It's very good quality. Anyways, my verdict, this is too expensive for me. This is the stuff that I started with. This is the stuff that I grew into. This is still too expensive. This is always going to be expensive. This is the stuff that's going to keep me going day in, day out, every single day. I love my lenses. I love my glass. Okay? The most important thing in a camera is glass. Glass, 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 glass. So, and if you guys, I mean, are interested in doing professional photography as a living, this stuff speaks volumes. Okay? Can you get by with this stuff? Yeah, you can. You can. You can get by with this stuff. But when you can't afford it, get this stuff. Get the L series glass, or insert camera brand name here. So now, some people can't afford this, which is fine. That's where the Sony's, the Sigmas and Tamrons come in. This is for the high-end video production stuff. This is for the everyday shooter that keeps it in auto. Anyways, that's it. I appreciate you guys coming. Tune in next week and everything for another lesson that I'll have for you guys. Also, if you like this stuff, great. Hit that subscribe button down below. If you don't like it, terribly sorry. There'll be something different next week probably. Not entirely sure. And I sell merch. This is not it. I'll put a link in the end card here, and if you want to watch more stuff of mine, hit one of these buttons too. So, alright, anyways, until later, peace out. Bye.